Somebody told me that I need to stop being hard on myself because I am hard on myself. But I told them I think adults need to be hard on themselves. At first we had our parents, and our parents told us what to do, how to behave, how to act. And even though some of our parents really didn't give us constructive advice, they still kept us in order. And granted, even though we have been under our parents, authority figures, etc., and they have guided us as children, all of their advice has not been the best for us. Though some advice we still remember in our spirit, but some of the advice has not been best. But in the meantime, we've also been taught to ignore spirit because we've always listened to something outside of ourselves. So that's what we've been taught. And so now as adults, we graduate from listening to the parents to being guided by our own spirit. But we are rebelling against our own spirit. So then you may say, well, how are we irresponsible? Well, this is one example. We get pissy drunk when we're out. Get inside of our car that we drove to the place where we were able to get pissy drunk. And we get in a car and barely can drive, thinking that we are superior enough to get home. That is irresponsible. That is not listening to spirit. Here's another example. We will eat foods that are literally killing us. But instead of us taking responsibility for our health, we go to the doctor and get a pill so he can control our high blood pressure, just so we can continue eating the same food that is killing us for the sake of temporary enjoyment. And the pill is a temporary fix, but it's still inside our body, destroying organs and causing more problems. But yeah, as long as we take this pill, we are temporarily satisfied, and we can still keep rebelling and doing what we think we want to do and not thinking about the effects long term. See, spirit been talking to us. Spirit been trying to tell us, you need to stop. Go this way. Stop going that way. But because we have come from under our parents and we think we have authority, we have ignored spirit. We have pushed spirit's voice aside. And humanity is now reckless, careless, and suffering simply for temporary enjoyment. So yes, I am hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself. And I am hard on myself simply because when I have not been obedient to spirit, I suffer the consequences, and it hits me hard. So I would prefer not to go through the same pains if all I need to do is listen more to the God within. And that's what most of us need to do. Most of humanity is out of order. Not all, but most of us are completely out of order. And we are completely in denial of self, of our capabilities, of who we are supposed to be, who we're supposed to be becoming. We ignore everything for temporary enjoyment. And that enjoyment is not gonna last long. Because again, in my last video, enjoyment eventually turns into our suffering if we are not constructive in our growth. So I believe that humanity does need to be hard on themselves. We all need to be hard on ourselves. And yes, I make mistakes. I am here telling you these lessons because it's lessons that I had to learn the hard way. I got a DUI. And thankfully, I didn't hurt anyone. You understand? So yeah, I understand that. And I hope you do too. Alika Lesson.